Hello students, today we are going to learn human respiratory system. In the previous lecture, we have learned about respiration. Respiration is nothing but the process of oxidizing the glucose molecule to release energy. Glucose is obtained from the digestion of the food. Now, it needs oxygen for the aerobic respiration in most of the animals and plants. So, for this process to occur, oxygen is needed. This oxygen can be obtained from atmosphere. Now, how this atmospheric oxygen reach to each and every cell of the body? So for that, there must be some system to provide oxygen to each and every system, each and every cell. So here, human respiratory system provides the intake of oxygen to to the blood, and also after the respiration process in aerobic type, carbon dioxide is an end product. So this carbon dioxide gas is not used, is not needed inside the body. So that waste product should be thrown out of the body. So also this respiratory system provides the exhalation of carbon dioxide. Okay, so carbon dioxide can be removed from this. So oxygen is taken and carbon dioxide is removed from the body through this system. So how it works? This diagram shows the human respiratory system. The organs included in human respiratory system is mouth. So in mouth, nose, that is nasal cavity. Then after pharynx, larynx, trachea, which is surrounded by the rings of cartilage, lungs. Inside the lungs, bronchi, bronchioles, and alveolar sacs. Now, how it is working? When the air enters inside through the nostrils, so from the external nostrils, the air is entering inside. Through this nasal passage, the air will be passing through pharynx, then after larynx. Larynx is the voice box. Through larynx, now air is going to the trachea, which we also call the windpipe. And this windpipe is surrounded by a C-shaped rings. Where this C-shaped rings of cartilage gives the support to trachea. So if the air is not present inside the trachea, it doesn't collapse. So to prevent the collapse of the trachea, the C-shaped rings are present around the trachea to support it. Now this trachea is divided into main two branches, which is called bronchi. Bronchus is a singular word, and so it divides into two main branches, which is called bronchi, which is divided inside the lungs. Lungs is present here. Now, in this lungs is a very delicate system. So this, which is lungs are present in the thoracic, the chest part, which is called the thorax. So in this thorax, the lungs are located, and these lungs are supported, are protected by a bony structure. This bony structure is called the ribs, or also called thoracic cavity. So these ribs are protecting the two lungs. This side, the full structure of ribs is given here, and this side, inside the lungs, the structure inside the lungs is given. Now, as you can see, as the trachea is divided and entering inside the lungs, that part we are calling it bronchi. Now, this bronchus will be divided into many branches, as you can see here. This bronchi is divided into many branches, and this branches is called bronchioles. So bronchus will divided into bronchioles, and at the end of the bronchioles, a bag-like structure, a cluster of bag-like structure is present, as you can see here in the figure. At the end of each branch, as it ends, a cluster of bags are present. This cluster of bags is called alveolar sacs. So, and each cluster is called alveoli. So, this is the whole system. Now, as the air passes, as the air enters inside the body through the nostrils, it passes through pharynx, larynx, trachea and divide into, and it passes through the bronchus, and from bronchus it goes through each and every bronchioles, and through each and every bronchioles it ultimately reaches to alveolar sacs. And these bags, alveoli, are filled as the air enters. It will be filled. It is a completely, it is simply a bag, balloon-like structure. So it will be filled up as the air enters, and as it filled up, it is, this alveoli are surrounded by the blood capillaries. So blood is passing around this alveolar sacs. So around each alveoli, the blood capillaries are a very fine blood capillaries are surrounded around this alveoli. And as the blood will pass through it, the gaseous exchange will be occurring at the alveolar sacs. So understand it clearly. When we inhale, when we take air inside it, the oxygen entering inside with air and through nasal cavity, pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchi, bronchioles and reaching to alveoles. At the alveoles, the air gives oxygen to the blood, and remember, carbon dioxide will be taken from blood to the air. So this exchange takes place at the walls of the alveoli. These walls of alveoli are very fine and very thin, and it is permeable, so gaseous molecule can be exchanged. This carbon dioxide is coming from each and every cell, because at the end of the respiration process, the carbon dioxide is a waste product now. This carbon dioxide is taken by the blood, and that carbon dioxide, the blood with carbon dioxide reaching to the alveoli that pass through the capillaries, and carbon dioxide will be given to air and oxygen will be given to blood. And this oxygenated blood will be reaching to each and every cell of the body. So oxygen can be used in the respiration process. So this gaseous exchange is provided through the respiration system. So the air pathway, air passage, we can write like this. The air passage inside the human respiratory system is as it is. External nostrils, it goes to nasal cavity, then after internal nostrils, then after pharynx, larynx, then after it reaches to trachea, bronchi, bronchioles, and it ends at alveoli. And at that alveoli, the gaseous exchange takes place. At the end of the diaphragm is present. Diaphragm, the upward and downward motion. Diaphragm is the membrane-like structure. The upward and downward motion of the diaphragm helps in the breathing process, that is inhalation and exhalation process. As the diaphragm moves downward, the thoracic cage, this rib structure which is also called thoracic cage, this thoracic cage will be expanded. So the volume inside will be increased. So air will be taken inside as the diaphragm moves downward, and as the diaphragm moves upward, the volume decreases. The air can be thrown outside the body. So this is simply a breathing mechanism, inhalation and exhalation. Students, read up to this, and if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Thank you.